Alright. Hey guys, LucarioShirona here, and I'm playing the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds open beta. So I'm just gonna cover up some of my thoughts. I played this game quite a bit, so I have a good grasp of how this game works, and I have quite a bit of things to say. Remember, this is an open beta. It's important to actually address some things that goes wrong in the game, and that's the point. I'm not gonna gaslight it. I am not gonna like pin it down this game, because I'm gonna try to talk about my personal thoughts about how this game goes, how this game feels, how the game runs, and I do think there are some things to consider that the dev team needs to think about when you're making this game. Actually, let's get this one. I need to find it first. There is actually one thing important I need to address. That is, if I can find it, actually. Okay, let's just go to online. I think it's online. It's the... Okay, so, to be clear, I have a home Wi-Fi and a phone data. I kind of unintentionally test out two Wi-Fi signals. So the home Wi-Fi I'm using actually runs very well. So it runs pretty smoothly, but my let's see, just see if I can find. It's having a hard time. I hope that's not. I'm trying to figure if I can find. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have a hard time finding it. I ran into it before. I know I can find it, but I'm having a hard time finding it. So just give me a moment to try to find the thing. It is really annoying right now. Trying to... I wish I had found it, would have brought it up sooner, but this is like... It's really hard to find it right now. Okay... Dude, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. Am I looking? Okay, I'm not blocking that side. I don't know where's that? Okay, here's friend list. Maybe is it under friend list? Because that's weird. I don't think it should be under friend list, but it could be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why is that the option, but it's kind of... I don't think it should have been there. It should be... Yeah, but either way... So... Okay, it looks like it's back up at a certain point. So, when you have a bad connection, the game tends to stop you from racing and kick you out. And this could... If you have a bad connection, that can happen. That happened to me using my phone data, and that actually gives me penalty points. I didn't get all the way. I lost quite about like 4 times. Was kicked out 4 times, and they warned me. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest here that I'm gonna be honest. I do not agree with the idea that I do not agree that you should be, if you get number of penalties because of weak internet connection, that is not, I say that is a very unfair way to kick a player out. If they have a weak connection, that is not on them for using a weak Wi-Fi. If they purposely kick themselves, like rage quit, then that's a different story. then you can give them penalty points. But if they get kicked out because of weak Wi-Fi, that's a whole different story. The game even tells you get kicked out because of a Wi-Fi connection. So yeah, Lucas is doing fine so far. As of the whole match setup, it's decent. I like this how this is done so far. I got no problems. I got my issue. Okay, so another thing I should talk about. I should be speaking, to be honest. This is like, hello. Yeah. Another thing to address. I think a lot of people have said it already. Some are coping about the whole situation, but I think that the fact that the idea that the collaboration getting character collaborations is cool, but at the same time we're starting to see holes, and I think SEGA went about too quickly about the whole thing. I'm not sure it was decided by SEGA or Sonic Team, but you know Joker, the other guy from Yakuza, a bunch of Nickelodeon characters, they're all going to be mute. I am not a fan of that, and they're not going to be adding them in. The reasoning for it is it's just lazy, unreasonable. They could just give them generic voice lines. He said it's because of the... Okay, so actually, let's just actually cover about the gameplay right now. Okay, how the control feels. It actually feels not bad. The controls are pretty... Oh gosh, what is going on here? I feel I'm not... Okay, I feel like I'm not having good... I feel like I'm not having good thrust from the controls right at the moment. But it feels good before when I was playing. But I do have to say, it is... If you're into going to this game with the same experience of kart racing, like Mario Kart and Crash Team Racing, you do not... There is no jumping in this game. There is no jumping. When you go off of ramps, you're literally... The jumping is... You are lift... There is no jumping in this. You are lift off in the air instead of... Yeah, see, that I'm being lift off in the air. The momentum of the game is mainly lifting me off, and I don't get... And I'm not jumping. So, if you're going into this game... if you're going into this game expecting to be able to jump, it's a good idea to... Well, not a good idea. I mean, it's a... Just keep in mind that you cannot jump. Alright. Alright. You see King Kong Boom Bamboo. I'm gonna be honest, I think they should have given him made him a lot more louder and make him hear his laugh along the way. Yeah, I don't even hear him. I feel like they should King Bamboo make him laugh loudly. You should be able to be warned that he's on the way. I feel like that's what it should be. He's basically the blue shell on a time warp of this game. If you haven't played Crash Team Racing, they also have an item that is basically functions very much like the... Oh, look, we won. Wait, let's see how much many taps did we win. Oh, we lost. Okay, so Festival, this is... how I feel about Festival. This is a very interesting situation, how this game works. You've heard... I feel like this should have been displayed better. it's not bad. I don't think that the presentation on this part is that great. But like how this all works is you go match up with a team of three other players, and you don't just try to get up to top winning. You don't just get the best place and get the best points. You do have to also follow a certain you have to follow a certain method of each one. You can see in the schedule at the top right, it's supposed to be tapped, so I need to tap the other players, and the more tapping the other players, the better the score, and the team who performs that the most clearly, you can see before, it gives them 10 extra points. And we lost because of for that reason. We didn't tap each other. That sounds very wrong. So yeah, you can hear the actual characters speaking, the main cast of Sonic.
Do it.
But
Do it.
yeah, you can hear them. But it sucks that the guest characters do not speak. Hatsune Miku is the only exception, because if you understand where her game works, it's getting her voice in it is absolutely easy. But I don't know if she's going to get rival voice lines. It's probably not going to be the case, and that's fine. And I don't think that should have been the case for every other guest character. And that's gonna, if I'm gonna be honest, that's gonna hurt some that's gonna make or break people who are going into this game. Oh, dang, I almost messed up. Oh, dang, I should have tapped Knuckles. Okay. I should have tapped Knuckles. Okay, I have no idea how to do the... I didn't play tutorial. I just kind of going in how I am familiar with the game, so I do not actually know how to do ah, dang, I messed up. I'm messing up. I am last place. That is not a good okay, so in theory, okay, this... You know, the funny part is, this is basically the only time I can actually perform a jump in a sense. But you have to hold what's basically the drift button, which is also what most people are familiar with as the, you know, here we go, I'm launching. Hey, I'm in first place. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I still feel like King Bamboo. I hear him, hear sound, hear his voice. I still think he should have made a laugh to warn you. Like I said, the blue shell and the time warp item from Crash Team Racing, they have sounds that you indicate you that there is that you should be warned when the... Hey, okay, let's hurry this up. All right, final race. Okay, oh gosh. I'm gonna be honest, I have not an idea. I have no idea what Omochao does. It's supposed to be like, oh gosh. Oh, I lost his place. King Bamboo. Nope. Okay, I messed up. That didn't work out well, huh?
Ow!
Yeah, that was terrible. Oh! Oh, gosh. That's on me. Okay, well, oh, gosh, that was terrible. Not gonna lie, I did terrible right now. But, I did... Wow, I did terrible in this race. King Bamboo really messed me up there. You can definitely tell that they have losing animations, but why does Joker not have a losing animation? It's messing me up here. Velvet Room, nice. How long is this going on? 15 minutes. Okay, that's a... Alright. Okay, let's just change vehicles. Okay, so another thing I should say about this is that... Actually, you know, okay, let's just change characters. So first off, let's kind of change... Alright, let's change vehicles. Here. No, personal car. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think another thing I'm a little bothered by. I think this game, it's not so much a game breaker. Well, I mean, it might be for some people, but I do think that we should be able to hear other racers speak. So it's... Yeah, that's Shadow speaking. Silence type on. I'm getting interrupted, so I couldn't hear Shadow's voice.
Good.
So we're going to Metal Harbor. Okay, let's just try to get in and race. I'm not going to try to make this a very long video. All that. You have seen other people's. I'm just going to address how I feel about the game. And just play through. I see how it goes. If I run into problems, then there you go. That's another purpose that what makes this a beta test video. Now the child crowds, I'm not too bothered by. I understand the reason why they went with that. So why they're just actually just image. Let's see. Okay, I'm still trying to. All right. All right. Alright, I got this truck. I feel like it's basically the bullet bill in this game. Kinda, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Either you time it properly, I just don't know. The only time that you actually feel like you're jumping in this game, that you can actually do jumping. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, King Bamboo. Ow, I got hit by a dinosaur. Need to do better. Alright. Oh, I got... Okay, so... Oh gosh! Okay, well that's on me. Alright. Alright, so far so good. I guess. Hey, I'm in the lead. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hey, what's that technique called? I forgot. It's just based on an actual racing technique, which Mario Kart adopted. And this game kind of adopted, and then that led me to get in first place, which that's cool. But unfortunately, our teammates did. Oh wait! I'm Team Mona. Okay. Oh well, we won. That's awesome. So yeah, our team won, and the most majority of us were able to get the most of the points. So yeah. Huh, I'm not lead keeper. Oh, that's right. That's probably because the player with tails was able to pull off. So that's fine. That's fair. We're able to keep ahead. I think that makes sense. It still feels very bland. Like, why isn't Shadows there? So why isn't he saying, like, I don't know. Yeah, okay, another thing I should probably talk about. Since we're talking about festival, how do I feel about how this one works? I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't know. I feel that's a detriment about online team battles, player versus player battles. Team, because if you don't, you can definitely tell that the whole matchmaking is perfect, because you can definitely tell some teams don't get enough players on their end, and that could really hurt that team's chances. Oh, what the heck? Okay, network. Okay, and that tends to happen, so yeah, that's not a big deal. Thankfully that's normal. I mean, like at least that you don't get penalty on that, at least. So let's let you get back in. Alright, festival. Okay, let's just actually go for a different character, actually. So yeah, let's go for let's go for another vehicle that I put together. It's fun. I think the car customization is fun. For what it is, it's so far now in terms of how I think about the controls for each vehicle, I haven't really I probably have to play a bit more, because I'm not really grasping each type of vehicle I'm picking. Maybe it's just me. Okay, this was a new. Okay, cool. So I think we could just use that one. Okay, let's just go to the museum. Let's see, what's just I take it? Okay, I'm going for that one, huh? Okay. Alright, okay, it encourages more more combos. Alright. Wait, was it? No, wait. I think that was me that they presented me to be the one who picked that one. That's funny. Alright. Air trick. So yeah. So I definitely need to pull off May air tricks as much as I can. And I think everybody's all equipped to go all fast tricks. Alright, let's do this. Alright, oh. Alright. Alright. Oh gosh, I am not doing so well at that moment. Alright, no, it's not too bad right now. Alright. 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 Oh, not so bad so far. Hey, I'm recording a video right now. Oh gosh. Okay, so I don't. Okay, that's supposed. That item's supposed to just slows you down even more, I'm assuming. Which I guess makes a difference, but I'm not really sure how I feel. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. We need to catch up. There we go. I am not doing so well there. Huh. Alright, 5th place. Alright, let's try to see how well this goes. Oh, child, do something. Alright, the punching glove is basically the green shell, all things considered. They've even made it green. And then you, oh wow. Yeah, okay, so then this one is obviously based onto the red shell, which obviously if you know it targets. Oh gosh. Oh, well, that was my bad. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Alright, I guess I didn't do well. What place am I in? 4th place. Not too bad. The pink team. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see who has the best air trick. Collected the best air tricks. Oh, sweet. Okay, we top it all. Wait, who had the most air trick? Ah, I'm only like roughly 3rd place. 3rd on getting the most air tricks. Alright, I think... Okay. Alright. So, okay, gotta do the pawn plug tickets. Should we try to win the horn? Yeah, let's try to win the horn. Then I'll talk about how I think about the game so far overall. So let's just see if I can win the downfall tickets. One more race. We'll do it. Okay, let's do it one more time with Joker. The silent Joker. I get one person told me that like the Joker's silence. It doesn't really matter. I'm like, he still speaks in the game. He still speaks in his game. Not a lot, I get, but he still has voice lines. Grunts, gasp, and he still speaks in battle. And then you have Smash Bros. Him joining Smash Bros. I'm sorry. Joker has a voice. You can't excuse... Just because he's a silent protagonist does not excuse him being silent. And then you have other guest characters. Well, if I get that stage... Okay, let's just try to get a vehicle. Okay. Let's hurry up to get a vehicle in before the game starts. Okay, actually, let's get him in his main vehicle. In my colors! Dialga colors. I mean, in Team Blue. Wait, am I in Team Blue? I don't know. I don't know which one. Actually, I think I'm actually pink. Ah, oh well. Okay, which one are we going for? Hey, but it's not me who picked it. Isk. I mean, you can tell by the name of the player who picked that stage. Or racetrack. But yeah, Joker. Oh, come on, really? Timeout? Okay, let's get back in. We are getting one more race, and we're making sure that happens. Alright. We are getting one more race. So, like I said, we are getting guest characters outside of Sonic. Okay, let's just get this one point out of the way that I want to speak about. If there's one thing I have to think about the roster that Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is going for, I think the best way to describe it is overly ambitious. And then you could go about it being either positive or negative. I'm sorry, I'm swinging on the negative side. Because, like, if you're going to add characters in a kart racing game, you gotta give them their voice. Look, it's just you can't just make your guest characters mute. You're expecting people who come into playing a game like this, having probably like half the roster to make them mute. I don't care what the reasons is. If they think it's gonna make it's gonna cost more work for your collaborators to get rival lines, then just give them generic lines. That's how Smash Bros. Went with. They don't give... Not every character was specifically given, like, specific voice lines, unless it's relating to relating to their own series. And that's fine. Give them generic lines. Sonic and SEGA All-Star Racing? Again? Okay, I need to... Let's try again. Sonic and SEGA All-Star Racing, they use reuse voice clips for the roster. I applaud try to do new recordings, just especially for rivals, but if you know you can't accomplish that, and you're not going to go to the trouble of at least get just reuse audio voice clips of the characters of your collaborators to go with, then don't add them in. Just don't do it. Especially with a Sonic game especially with a game that's mainly focused on Sonic. I don't know how many characters they're gonna have in the roster. There are definitely some characters who should have gotten the spot for a Sonic game. I mean, we have IDW characters who are technically officially owned by SEGA. We're getting some, and that actually gets to there's another problem. From what I heard, Werehog and then the Sonic Prime characters do not get their voice clips, which is another problem. I don't like that. Is that okay? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. I don't know how I feel about the rosters trying to push all this stuff. It might hurt some people who are like, oh, SpongeBob's joining? Oh, I'll go in. Wait, he doesn't speak? Patrick doesn't speak? Where's her voice? What is this? Nickelodeon All-Star Racing again? It's just like, no. I don't care if it'd be like, oh, they'll just out of them. Just like, it's just two different game studios. Oh gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, give me one moment, guys. What happened? We're trying to get one more race in. Well, I think there's something wrong with the connection. Okay, so you know what? This is going on long enough. So let's just kind of get this out of the way. Because I was going to hope I could just pull one more race, but it turns out the game does not want to let me. I'm on the Wi-Fi. It's just kind of strange that it's doing that. Okay, so the game's fun. It's a fine game's fine. The controls are okay. It does take a bit to get used to if you're going in this after Mario Kart World or Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel or any. Well, I don't know how many kart racing games are coded to get you to jump, but if you are going to hit, you need to get used to not having jumps. The only time that you can actually do jumping is when you're on water, which is very strange to me. I feel like it's kind of a strange decision to differentiate. I don't feel like I'm dropping on water, for instance, so I don't know. I just something how I feel about this game, that it's fine. It works fine. It is fun. I am enjoying it. I'm not gonna bash on it, but I do need to address how I feel about the controls and some of this stuff. The penalty points, I don't know if they're gonna change it. I don't think anybody who gets kicked out because of bad connection should get penalty points. Get point deductions. That's unfair to the person who has bad connection, and that's not something that I don't think it should be considered as a bad habit. If they quit on purpose, closing the game, that's a whole different story. Racing, the voice cast for guest characters, that's another thing. I'm under the belief that they are not going to give them. They're not going to give the guest characters voices due to the pretty dumb reason. I don't care if it's like they should just give them generic voice clips. That's fine. It seems like that's going to be what's going on for Hatsune Miku. I don't know. The only reason why she's getting in is that she's kind of an automated voice, as far as I'm aware, and she's not. She doesn't really have an actual real. I can't do the script. I'm not fully invested into Hatsune Miku to understand. I just know that it is not an actual voice per se, but when you have characters like Joker, SpongeBob, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah, they need to speak. Minecraft Steve and Alex, and apparently a Creeper, I think, if I remember seeing, they're fine. I mean, I can understand they don't speak a lot. The only actual speaking line they have is grunt. It's just grunt and a growl from Creeper. As for I don't know. I don't know. No, Creeper's pretty silent. Pac-Man, He could get away getting silent, but then you have Pac-Man World 2 remake, and he's given a voice clip. So at this point, you should have given him a voice line. So I don't know how I feel. The SEGA characters, the characters owned by SEGA, they're free. So I mean, if I decide to get this game, full regular price, then yeah, I'd probably just do that, because I'm basically going to get Joker in the roster when he comes out. I mean, I'm playing the event, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to be on base game day one in the later update free, which is fine. But I don't know if I'm confident enough to play Joker all the time, because he's completely mute. It's mute. They replaced his voice with sound effects from Persona 5. And this, like I said, this game might make or break some people who are going in expecting their favorite characters to speak, to play their characters, only to find them mutes. And that's disappointing. And then the controls, did I adjust it? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, flying works is fine. It's not too difficult. You gotta need to get used to jumping. The fact that no jumping, you're only to do tricks when you lift up in the air. Some of the items are kind of, I think you can get how they work, but I think some of them could use some work. Hold on. I don't understand some of them. I mean, they're straightforward, but I don't really get it. King Bamboo should have his laughter as a warning. I feel like he should have that. It gives a sense of urgency for players who are the first player on first place when he comes. Now, okay, let's get this out of the way. The last point I want to make is, like, should you put it? What? A very contentious conversation, obviously, is of late. It's a really difficult one. It's like the Mario Kart World versus Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Should you pick one game over the other, or should I know the whole debate and such, but at the end of the day, they're both very different kart racing games. And I'm not talking about the whole fact of the intermission of Mario Kart World into play. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you when I think about Mario Kart World, on how you play on the controls of Mario Kart World. I think Sonic should have a kart racing game for Sonic should have been like Mario Kart World's controls and how you use them should have been what Sonic Racing should have been. I am not kidding. Real grinding, wall running. Holy crud! Those really can change the game a lot. Mario Kart World a lot. It's like if Sonic was in Mario Kart World, he would fit in right in. I am not kidding you. That gameplay style should have been what Sonic Racing be. But I am not gonna jab at this game. This is going off. This game is going off from the controls established back with Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. So it was the game controls were established back when it's about everything Sega. And that's not a bad thing. The original game is fantastic. It's great. And I heard that Transform is also really good. And then you have Team Sonic Racing. It was okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's not bad. It's just going off of. It's just kind of got overshadowed by Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, and it hurts the game even more because it was toned down quite a lot. And then you have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like because this game's not being done by Sumo Digital, so the fact that Sonic Team is taking over, I'm applauded at how polished this game is. It's not 100%. I have seen some glitches here and there. There's some things they need to tweak, that's for sure. But I feel like Sonic, like at this point, they should probably try to give more action. Action is the best way I describe about what the Sonic Racing games needed a little bit more. To feel more like a Sonic Racing game. And then unfortunately, Mario Kart kind of took it. But it's fine. I'm not gonna. This game is fine. This game works for what it is. If you want a standard kart racing, if you want a more traditional kart racing game, this is gonna be your game, because I know not everybody has to switch to. So this is the best option to pick up this game for your more standard racing. You just need to be aware that there's no jumping, and if you gotta switch to, yeah, you gotta get Mario Kart World. You gotta. I know it is not cheap. I'm not defending Nintendo's decision on making it $80 USD. If you got it in a bundle pack, you actually technically get it cheaper. That's what I did for mine. It is cheaper that way, but for people who want to get physical, that sucks. But the point is, they both are different games. You're going into Mario Kart World for both the open world. There are actually some game features that this game doesn't have. Knockout Tour is a fantastic deviation from your traditional kart racing game, Grand Prix and such. And the controls actually are pretty technical. The best things about Mario Kart is that you can break off the map and find shortcuts that you do not realize, and that Mario Kart World offers that. So that's the best way to describe it. They're both sides of the game that has something good. Get this if you don't have Switch 2. Get this game. If you want a more standard kart racing game, get it. If you wanted to experience something that really changes up the formula completely, that really tests your racing skills, Mario Kart World offers that. I need to play a little bit more. I don't know if I have seen anybody shown any crazy shortcut techniques. I've seen them, but they're pretty standard. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I need to stop rambling. This is going on way too long. But yeah, that's not much else to say. So yeah, Mario Kart World. Sorry, I'm just getting my. Yeah, okay. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Jesus, worlds. This game works for what it is. It's not. I wouldn't say is revolutionary, in a sense. This kind of whole like warping kind of thing kind of has been a thing for some time. It's not. You're going in this for a pretty standard racing. That's all I'm gonna say. You are going in this for a standard racing, and it's polished. So yeah, I ain't got not much to say. So until next time, bye bye.